Hello and welcome to the back nine of round one of the 2024 OTB Open presented by MVP Disc Sports. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.
We are in Stockton back at Swenson Park. We love it here. Great FPO layout. Watching some ladies shred, including this one over here. I couldn't be prouder.
Wow.
Just going to leave it awkwardly in stereo now.
Thank you so much.
We're also watching some other ladies, Paige Pierce, undefeated champion of this event. Ella Hansen always plays well out here, and Miss Missy Gannon. Everyone under par. Missy not finding a ton of birdies on the front. There's still scoreable conditions in back. Holland Hanley, 7 down, Cat March, 6 down. Everyone under par in the top 20-ish, 15, 20.
Yep, and then that's what you got to do out here. The front nine is all about just stacking together as many birdies as you can. Back nine, hang on, just try not to go out of bounds. You can still attack safely and comfortably, but it gets a little bit more risky.
Yeah, this is classic high-risk shot here on hole 10. Over water the whole way. Usually you see a big flexing shot out to the right. You see some sidearms, but not usually. And then look at how close this pin is to the water. It's 15 feet maybe on two sides of it. Makes for some dangerous putting. At 347, everyone can reach it, but what you usually see is like a lot of circle 2 looks and soft bids. I've told this story before, but one of my favorite own moments, I played with her on this hole. She got it to about 60 feet. She said, "Let's go own," before she threw the putt and jammed it for birdie. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. From about, actually here, maybe a little bit farther, she makes it.
No way.
Yeah. In the water all
Just
day if she
feeling
misses.
so comfortable on the green.
I hope she said, "Let's go on" before that. She did in my heart.
A circle 2 run that hard on this hole is insane.
Let's go on.
Ella Hansen first on the tee. We had a little bit of a tailwind here, so you just want to make sure not to let it be hyzering too early. Ella going to be one of the few people that pulls out a slower speed disc here. And she hits the tree branches, but checks up right at the mouth of the little bridge that goes across.
Yeah, you'll take that. Yeah, Swirly S-Line MD3, really slow speed.
Paige accidentally turns this one over early, but it is safe over there. There's plenty of room.
Actually, a putt too, even.
Just inside circle 2. Missy trusting this disc a little bit more. Love the flex play.
This is her ESP drive, and that's so good.
Yeah, getting some good ground play inside the circle. Still a scary putt.
Yeah, they all are. And it's so difficult to park this one.
I got a little shanky here.
A little overturn, but that's the mistake to make.
Mm-hmm. Right on the edge of circle 2. Playing it for par at this point.
Yeah, as long as you're safe, you're not too mad on this one.
Ella not even messing with it. Smart.
Lame. She does a little bow. Yeah, no, it's so risky. Little soft run?
No.
Okay.
Super
okay,
layup.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to get wild here. Not on an Annie angle.
Yeah.
What, do I look crazy?
I mean,
Yes.
no.
Yes, I do.
No.
Only 8 people got to circle 1 in regulation on this one, with 21 people getting to circle 2.
See if Missy can the birdie here. Mean little splash out.
Yes.
I mean, it was low, but it was dead center.
So many chains and nubs.
She doesn't look concerned. Round of pars isn't too bad on this one.
Yep, there were only 7 birdies on the day today on hole 10.
Holland moving to 8 down now through 10.
Unbelievable.
That's so many. It's most of them.
It's almost all. Hole 11, 599 feet. We have a new tee pad this year, a little bit closer, easier to cross the water. They also did a shorter pin placement here where in a little bit of a higher risk area, closer to the water and tucked behind this big low-hanging oak branches instead of deep where you can see the MPO basket. I love the change here. It's definitely more attackable for a birdie, but it is by no means an easy birdie. It's a very technical. There's 2 ways to go. Let's watch Own do it her way first. Left side of the big main tree. You want to make sure to land more left to be able to attack, unless you have this distant sidearm like we know Own does.
Which is a scary sidearm.
It sure is.
Finishing towards the water.
Yep, and with a downhill slope. That is early release,
risky.
But oh, that's a really friendly tree.
Yeah, she gives a couple little claps, little jump. Is she
just capitalize on it? Yes, she is.
Wow, the left side of the basket is her friend today. She moves to 4 down with that one. What a birdie. Likely on this card, we're going to see this more, this right side play, which if you go really far to the right, it kind of opens up the hyzer line. It's over the water and scary, but there's like one main hanging giant limb you have to get around.
And I thought that's what Ella was trying to do, but she does have that sidearm,
True.
and so she can attack from the same place we saw Own. Paige, on the other hand, wants to go as far right as she can and just to play that hyzer over the water.
Yep. Yeah, I've never really considered going right side or attacking this one super hard because it just wasn't quite reachable for me. But the change is great. I think everyone can reach it now, even though it's very risky.
Yeah, Missy going left side, nice big turning shot. She's going to be a little pinched to the right side. She's going to have to make a decision here whether to go aggressive backhand turnover on her second shot.
Did you mention they pulled the left side in OB quite a bit?
Yeah, I did not.
Comes into play.
Yeah, because you do, most of the time you would want to even almost throw a hyzer. That would really open up your second shot, but it's scary. That OB line is super tight. I turned my disc over a little too much.
Oh, really? That looked great, though. What'd you throw?
Vision wave. Paige going over the water.
Yeah. Sweet.
So perfect.
Spikes it into the bullseye. That's such a cool play.
I decided to go safe here. I don't want to mess around with taking any bogeys, so I go big forehand, turn it over a little bit, so I'll have a little work left to do to the green. It is a very scary forehand.
Yeah, it really is. Missy going down the tunnel?
Yeah.
Also so scary.
So scary. She puts it a little low. Glues early in circle 2.
And this is a fun part of the course because we are passing, what do they call it? Party Island? Mm-hmm. Pirate Nate's Party.
Pirate Island.
Pirate Island. Pirate Island. Oh, they have merch dropping tomorrow.
Yeah. Check out the Pirate Island merch. Come party on Pirate Island if you're in town. Ella with a beautiful sidearm to the green.
Running it? Obviously.
I'm like in circle 3. Have to throw it up to the green.
Yeah. Nice par.
Thanks. This one's definitely not on my list of birdies.
Absolute bonus.
Super bonus for me. Missy with a long look.
Yeah, I feel like that's what you see a lot of long circle 2 bids from the majority of the field.
Yep, 12 people got to circle 1 in regulation, 25 to circle 2. More than I was expecting. Really?
We got all these power throwers out here.
Yep.
Throwing bomb hyzers.
Nice birdie from Ella.
Yeah, she moves to 5.
Continuing to stack them.
Five through 11 seems so good, but with Holland out there at 8 down, I wonder if she got this one. Great birdie from Paige, too.
12 birdies on the day. And no, Holland did not get this one.
Okay.
One of the few. Cat Merch just one stroke back from Holland at 7 through 11.
Ella in solo 3rd. Hole 12 is a par 4 for the FPO, par 3 for MPO, 523 feet. First shot, you are laying up short of the water. You see sidearms, you see some turnovers around that one limb, just trying to get close. If you bail out left, it's fine. It just lengthens this second shot. This island, they really tightened up. There used to be a lot more room on the right. It's pretty narrow. Any shot from the fairway that does not come to rest inbounds goes to a mandatory drop zone, which is in circle 2, nearly 50 feet away, I'd say, straight at the water. Own, working the flex sidearm, getting it way down there.
That's a huge shot.
Yeah, how far do you think she is right here?
Oh, I would say 290.
Okay.
Is that right? I don't know.
I think it's slightly closer, but it's a pretty big rip. Yeah, 275 maybe.
Okay.
Man, okay, there's a turkey for Own.
I feel like the distance of her putting today is probably like longer than a par 5.
Yeah, if you stacked them all together.
Yeah.
For sure.
Ella opting for the sidearm here. I like this play. It's safe. We had a bit of a headwind. It was gusting here and there, sometimes present, sometimes not.
Always invisible.
Ella with a huge sidearm. I thought Paige cooked this one too deep into the water. Look at this thing go.
It's a Z buzz, though, which I think is a really smart play for her.
But she crushes it.
Yeah. He's looking pretty confident out here.
Yep. Really great approach game as well.
Yeah.
Missy a little bit early, but it is fine. You can still attack for birdie from there.
So a slightly longer second shot.
A little extra windy. And I'm going to find the branch.
Oh, we hate that branch.
We do hate the branch. Halfway through my run-up, I was like, just stop. And I didn't.
Just going to lay up.
Yeah.
That's smart.
It was about 350. And the island... Oh,
it's so small.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. It is a much smaller island than years prior. Like, much smaller.
Like,
half as
like
big.
maybe half. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll call it 60%.
Missy.
Did you forget to mention it because it was my flyover and I mentioned it?
I was somewhere else.
Missy with a really good second shot gets across. She'll be putting for birdie. Oh, interesting. You don't see sidearm very often on the second shot.
I like the play here, though.
Yeah, me too.
There's a lot more room on that left side to work, and you can see Ella using that hyzer angle really well, spiking in.
I like that there's a new little palm tree where the old big one was.
Yeah, RIP to that one. Paige so close here.
Yep, just another fierce shot. Get some legs. Do it. Get there. Yeah.
It landed just over the OB
in the
line.
dirt patch.
Yeah.
Just short. Or was it short and then skipped over?
No, it was always in, but
Okay.
just barely.
Yeah.
Pull out my Marie Curie reactor here.
And I did this on my shot too. That's a really good shot. Did it push a little straighter than you think or
Yes,
no?
it did. It was a little
kind
bit of
of
a headwind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still a good recovery shot. Missy for birdie. 20-ish feet. Moves to 2 down with that one. Calmly stacking them up. Nice. Ella moves to 6.
Really great forehand way to attack.
She's got to be not. Wait, did Owen do it? No, she went forehand back in. She's got to be the only one going forehand.
I bet. Whoops. Yeah, a little tape woes.
Yeah.
Trickled out of bounds. So close. It's a tap in now.
Her
Ouch.
double though, that hurts with the layup.
Yeah, compounding mistakes. Or that was a mistake that really compounded because of how close that OB is. Bummer. Bad place to airball.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've all been there. Cap merch now leading the way, 8 down through 12. Holland Hanley 7 down.
Hole 13 is a pretty simple 314-foot par 3. No out of bounds you have to worry about. Very straightforward, just perfectly placed trees. And look at this guarded green with the big, beautiful oak trees. The basket perched up on top of some of these oak roots. Makes for a very fun putting situation. It's all about angle control here, covering distance. It's maybe very slightly uphill, a little bit of a headwind as well. Owen opting for a backhand flexing shot. Really flirting with those right side trees, but getting some good ground play after missing them.
4 in a row.
Heck yeah. Oh yeah, it's regional bird time. Ooh.
Cooper Hawk. What is it? That's everywhere.
Yeah, we have seen.
I saw one.
We saw a lot of Cooper Hawks out here. They're beautiful. And that's what
white
Owen
stripes
got.
on the tail.
Yeah, bold white stripes. Holland Hanley getting just inside the circle. Maybe a little bit of a challenging putt. Nope, wide open.
And looks like she bogeyed the last hole, but bounces right back with that really great putt. Ella up first. Looks like a slow speed disc here.
Yeah, trying to use the height and the glide. Gets through everything, but was a little bit too nose up to cover all the distance she needed.
It's probably the most common mistake is going to be pin high left side. Paige working an ESP Passion hits that tree that's just right in the way. For the forehand especially, it's right in the way, but
yeah, just a bit of a misfire there. Missy with a really nice looking hyzer flip just crushes this disc.
it looks great.
Right by the basket.
Okay, take it easy.
Big distance Missy strikes again. I'm a little bit shook here on this tee pad.
Yeah, I was wondering. Do you remember the wind on this one?
It was a headwind. Okay. Thankfully, I missed those trees, and I will be out in circle 2 land. And there's my cookie bag.
And
trying to shake off the
peanut butter honey,
the double bogey woes by giving everyone cookies. Paige just chips up.
Did she leave it kind of short?
Yes.
Yeah. Man, making me hungry. Sandwich looks pretty good.
Ella also not trying to mess around on the screen. The roots can make some weird rollaways happen.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, am messing around.
Always.
And poorly.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fine.
It takes me a hole to stop being shook.
Yeah, it wasn't your cleanest approach putt. I don't know what to call that.
Yeah. My tape was messing with me a little bit on the green, and I had a little confidence issues on my putting stroke there for a second.
Missy unable to convert the birdie. Here's Paige from about 24 feet.
Speaking of confidence on the putting stroke.
Yeah. Paige's putt has been looking really clean all day. Are you nervous on this one?
Yes, absolutely. All it takes is one little hairball. We're good.
Girl.
There was only 11 birdies on this hole. That's kind of surprising.
I don't know. I think this one and the next one are like psychological warfare holes. Like, it's only 314. You better get this every time. And then you don't. You're like, who am I?
Yeah.
Why am I doing this?
Everyone's getting this one.
Everyone. But did they?
Nope. Only 11.
Yeah.
Only 15 people even got to circle 1.
Right. So then the challenge is not to beat yourself up too much.
Yep. Take your pars and move on gracefully.
Yeah.
No birdies from the feature card on that one. Cat Merch tying it up with Holland Hanley at 8 down through 13.
Hole 14, another short par 3 at 319 feet, but very technical. The drone is flying the path that I think most ladies are going to take, just kind of flexing a backhand shot and honestly just trying to get a little lucky through these trees. There is a big sidearm route or kind of like a turnover route that could work, but you don't really see the backhand turnover that often. Or you can just pump something out to the right side all the way and try to skip it into circle 2. You do occasionally see this sidearm. I think it's the cleanest way to get there, but you need a ton of power.
And Ella definitely has a ton of power. She unfortunately hits one of those guardian trees. It's going to knock her down, but she will be putting.
That looks like the perfect amount of speed on it and height.
Paige going for the hyzer route, hitting the gap really well, but catching another tree.
That's just kind of how this hole is, though.
It sure is. Such a small gap, very far away. Missy trying to go more inside.
Ooh.
Yeah, gets through everything.
Nice. Shrugs.
That's how this hole is.
Yeah, it's just kind of a throw and hope largely if you're going backhand on the right side.
So this is a new Proton. Yeah.
This is a Proton, yeah?
Yeah. No, I was saying yeah to my shot.
Yeah, it was really good.
This is a new Proton Vanish that I just started bagging, new OTB release with squids on it. And I said, this squid's going under the basket right before I threw it.
What a catchphrase.
And it did.
And a great shot.
Ella giving it a bid for birdie. Love that she's being more aggressive on these circle 2 putts on the elevated basket.
Oh, nice putt from Paige there. Really.
I like the speed that they're coming in too.
Yeah. Like not crazy aggressive, but confident. The squid's going under the bucket. I'm going to say that tomorrow, even though I'm just going to draw a squid on one real quick. Just so I can say it, yeah.
Speaking of squids, look at Missy Gannon with another birdie on this elevated basket. Ella with a little bit of work left on the comeback. She's looking super confident on the green. Good for par.
Ella's still at 6. Paige stacking them up here now at 5. And a good recovery after kind of a little not the best stretch in the middle.
I was very stoked, even though I don't look it. I was ecstatic.
Yeah, I can tell. That's your stoked face.
There were 8 birdies on hole 14.
Cat and Holland still tied at 8 down.
Moving on to hole 15. One of the shorter holes on the course, but that does not mean it is easy. It is a very technical shot. Really caters to the distance forehand throwers. There is a backhand gap as well that is kind of a shank and flex route. Just kind of you maybe like a hyzer or a force flex with a really overstable disc that you're hoping will skip on that out of bounds green just to the right of the basket. There is out of bounds as well all the way down the left side. So if you catch any of those center trees and kick left, you can find it pretty easily. Paige working it up the left route and has a little bit too much height on it.
I think too high and too early too. But she's going to drop safe.
I'm like almost okay with being like kind of trying to sneak through those trees.
Shank and flex.
Yeah, Missy going pure shank and flex, and look at that, riding the green, and she is in the bullseye.
Can you tell that's my line?
Yeah. It's such a, look how small that gap is.
It's so gratifying to hit that thing. It's tiny.
I tried to go up the left side, put a little too much turn on it, hoping for it to get through, but it catches that last big guardian tree.
That's what, just outside circle 2 maybe, or?
I would say just inside. Yeah.
Ella with the advantage with the forehand here. Still a tough technical line.
Man, her forehand's looking smooth today.
Yeah, it is. So powerful.
So powerful.
Ooh.
She almost skips up the hill onto the green, but checks up just in time.
Great shot.
Paige with work left to do. This is a tough little shot.
It really is. It's like kind of nuts sometimes the positions you find yourself on if you hit one of those trees. Paige with a really nice little putter turnover shot there.
Oh, I'm just outside circle 2. Oh, I can't even remember. Yeah, but there I am in the bullseye. I remember that.
Nice. Memorable par. Ella for a birdie. Moves to 6 down. 7 down.
Ella, one of only 6 people to land inside the circle on this green. Missy as well. Only 2 people were parked
Missy moving to 4 down now. All right.
Yep.
We're doing it.
10 birdies on this hole 15. A quarter birdie, a quarter bogey, 50% par.
Perfect.
Nice little scoring spread.
Mm-hmm. Cat March leading the way at 8. Holland and Ella tied at 7 down.
OTB is very specific on how they list the disc because they want you to like the disc.
Virtually in your hand tells you what the disc is going to feel like, how heavy it's going to be. It's everything you want to know before it shows up to your house.
Not just marketing.
It's only the best.
Hole 16 is a brand new tee pad, way farther back than we were with it. Last year, you're going over some out of bounds asphalt area. You're going over green. You need to land short of the water, then try to go across on your second shot. New pin position too. We are much shorter. You can see the old basket and the current MPO basket in the background there. We are perched up on a hillside. This hole, I think it's a really good change. You saw a lot of kind of weird pitch ups before, and a lot of like, it was a tweener, par 3, par 4 last year. Now it's a true par 4.
Yeah, very surprised to see Holland Hanley on one of the chase cards going forehand here, but she does have that big distance, setting up nicely for a backhand hyzer into this green. She's going, oh, okay, I was about to say, she's trying to go around this tree?
I think it was just a little bit pulled to the right, but she's across and putting from nearly 50 feet.
No.
Come on.
What a putt. It drops off pretty steeply behind this basket. I love how she ran that.
Sweet birdie.
Yeah,
Unconventional.
She flew away off the green. Missy overturning this one just a little bit, keeping it low, but she is safe.
I think that's the mistake to make, though. You don't want to mess around with that green on the left.
Ella also going forehand here.
I don't know. That green's like right in the landing zone.
This was a
if you don't
big shank on accident from Ella, but she's safe.
It's fine. Good distance. Yeah, I think if you don't fully commit on this drive, that green is just right there.
Paige kind of working it up the right side, like acting like she doesn't have enough distance to cross anywhere. That right side is kind of the safe area if you don't feel like you want to try to go over the green.
Where Paige landed, she's probably just barely farther than the tee pad from last year, which was kind of a difficult shot. Oh, okay, you just rip it and just pass the green, no big deal.
Yes, super far.
Kind of a big arm.
Absolute crush, honestly.
Atta girl.
Missy going across on her second. Flipping it up just a little bit more than you want, but it's across and she's putting.
Yeah, a little closer. Is she inside the circle, actually?
I think so.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Worked up. I can't remember.
Paige going across that. Is that our bus?
Yeah, lower speed disc, and it barely crosses. Got a little wind bounce action in there.
What's she throwing?
I was throwing a distance driver in practice here, but I got so far that I disced down.
Legit so far.
Yeah, to this Eclipse Drift. It's a 7-speed and not quite enough distance on it, but I am...
You're putting?
Yeah, somewhere around the circle's edge.
Tournament power or what?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Ella way over to the left side. Can't see the basket.
And this is a bit risky just because there's an OB line on the left if you're working the hyzer, but what a great shot. And probably from a spot that she's never practiced from before.
Definitely. Paige well into circle 2. Not a terrible run. Checks up nicely, though, behind the basket.
Missy, just outside the circle, you didn't remember.
I died.
Probably still eating that cookie. Nice putt. Missy moving to 5. That's a turkey. Missy really kind of a slow front 9. She was only 1 down. Now at 5. Solid round.
Yep.
Pretty strong run. Just not quite enough juice.
Yeah. I really had a hard time trusting my putt on the back nine today after that little air ball incident. It was hard for me to send it anymore. Very fragile mental game. Ella with another birdie on her back nine. Look how clean her scorecard is.
Yeah, she moves to 8 down. Feature card ladies doing it up.
There were 13 birdies on hole 16 today. 9 people got to circle 1 in regulation and 26 to circle 2.
Man, Paige, absolute fire on the putting green.
Yeah. Really, some really nice approaches as well. Kat Murch in that 3-way tie for the lead now with Holland Hanley and Ella Hansen at 8 down. Fire. Hole 17, it's 569 feet. This is one of the most famous holes at the course with one of the scariest greens on tour. You want to throw either a backhand up the middle or a backhand or forehand on the left-hand side. Being further left, I kind of like a little bit better because it opens up more of a straight shot or a hyzer getting out of those trees. But if you're too far left, there is an out-of-bounds green over there and just a painted line. It also brings some low-hanging branches into play if you're too far in straight and left. Owen going up the gut, right side of the big tree, getting some really good ground play.
Yeah, that was a nice skip, and this is kind of the ideal spot, this or a little bit farther to open up those options like Madison was saying.
That's a wild second shot choice.
I don't know. I saw Ella do it in practice, and like her point is similar to hole 7 where you're inbounds the entire way.
That's true.
Which is nice.
So, yeah,
you don't have to take it from really far back if you skip out.
That's true.
Great birdie there from Owen. She moves to 7 down with that one.
Another really long putt, long death putt from Owen Scoggins.
And a bow to Pirate Island.
Missy lining up that left side gap. We just saw Owen take the right.
Do you see many people do this? I don't see a ton.
Yeah, everyone on the card did.
Really?
Sure. Yeah. I like it over there. Missy, it was a little early, but it's fine. She's just going to have a really big second shot. Ella going forehand on this side. She is one of the few players with the power to do this.
So much power. Mm-hmm. Man, sidearm looking great today.
Yes, super smooth. Paige also lining up that left side gap, just trying to turn something. Doesn't quite get the turn she wants. We had a left to right wind here, and you can see that wind really pushing it as the disc starts to fade. She's going to be a little pinched on the left side.
Not bad, though. Was it a left to right the whole way? When I came through,
or right to left, sorry.
Yeah, okay. And then it also was like a headwind at points when I was out here.
It was right to left whenever we were throwing our drives. You could see Paige and I both kind of finishing left. But then once we started throwing our approaches, it was switching back and forth between right to left and head. Here, when Missy's throwing, it's more of a headwind, maybe with a teeny bit of right to left.
So scary. Got to leave this out over the water for at least part of the flight. And this is kind of a safer approach. You see this a lot landing just in outside the circle.
It was really windy when she was throwing too, so I could see her not getting as hyper aggressive as maybe you want to.
Just a reminder that we have a JomezPro 2024 Cicadas Tour Series at JomezPro.com. Check that out, and some other merch for the West Coast Swing and some Two Hotkeys whale sacks.
Yeah.
Ella with a sigh of relief after that one. She's in bounds.
I'm far enough right where I can just go around this low-hanging tree. I still have a right to left wind.
Ooh, full send.
Yeah, relying on this 150 class Tesla.
Dude.
to get that wind carry at the very end.
I'm out of proud dad sayings.
Ooh, replay.
What a shot. So much commitment there. You usually see that kind of safer bailout play. You really hung it out over the water.
Yeah, I was sick of not having any birdies.
Yeah. So proud.
Here on Paige's shot, it switched to a pretty much direct headwind. She wasn't able to go under the branches as much as she wanted to. And
dang.
Yep, unfortunately, just a little low.
And she's going to have to take it from shorter side OB. Still a sketchy little shot.
She's so good at these.
Wow.
I know.
She really is. It's like someone designed that putter for her or something.
Mm-hmm. 9 people landed in circle 1, 18 in circle 2.
Missy, what a run.
I know.
Living dangerous, girl. That was sweet.
Ella is not messing with it.
No, not even. She almost leaves that too short.
I yelled nice layup at her. And then Paige was like, was it?
It like really wasn't even that nice.
She was like, you're still out.
Paige gonna card the bogey after not quite making it a bounds on that second shot.
Madison Walker, one of only 4 birdies today.
Yeah, she is. Say it loud, say it proud. Probably the only one parked. Definitely a probable statistic.
Oh, actually, the PDGA does have that capability. I was.
Yeah, you were.
Wow. Love that. Hole 17 always feels like a great one to get. Kat Murch, Holland Hanley, and Ella Hansen still tied 3-way at 8 down.
Own at 7 down. Last hole here, mandatory on the left. It's a par 4, 589 feet. Most ladies gonna take this kind of flexi route that the drone is flying. There's one tree in the way that is, boy, is it in the way. You want to land at the corner and then ideally go down this kind of keyhole shape to this elevated pin. OB absolutely everywhere. What would you say is the most common line off the tee?
I don't know. I feel like it's probably pretty evenly matched.
You think so?
Yeah, I like the up the gut play because I think it's the safest one.
Me too.
But I think we might see a lot of people going more right side and trusting the hyzer, which doesn't come naturally to my game.
Yeah, me neither. Madison Walker with the box here. This was like a pretty heavy tailwind. And yeah, kind of pushes your disc, stables it out. You're safe, but that's
when I first
like 375 from there to the pin?
Yeah, a little less. But
Okay.
yeah, when I first checked the wind, it was left to right, and then it very quickly switched to a tailwind. Missy wasn't trying to go that right side route. She was trying to go middle, but it worked.
It's a great shot. It looked like she was trying.
Ella working the flex. This is such a pretty line. I wish I could throw a mid here.
The problem, though, is that tree is right in the way of that flexing shot. It was a good shot, but I think she won't quite be rewarded for it.
Paige also going for that middle gap.
Ooh.
Just a little too much height.
At least it doesn't kick all the way into that right side. It's pretty brutal over there. Paige just in layup territory here. And that's well done. Going for it.
Heck yeah.
You don't have a rangefinder.
Nope.
How far do you think that is?
I thought it was like 300 or 310, so I took
No
a lot
way.
off here because I'm a dummy and came up into circle 2.
It's got to be at least 340,
It was 350.
350, yeah.
Missy gave me her distance live from where she was just in front.
And weirdly, I feel like everyone has thrown a shot from here.
Yes.
Like, at least in practice, you know what I mean?
And Ella full sends it.
Yeah, she does. Hangs it out wide over the OB, trusts the skip, or, well, whatever, trust the fade.
Doesn't quite get the skip. This is pretty lush grass. Lusher than we're used to seeing. It's been so nice.
The lushest.
They got a lot of rain here, too. You can tell the course is looking super green. Missy, speaking of greens, finds it.
Yeah. And what a back 9 for Missy. She's going to go 5 down on the back 9 to go 6 down overall. Sweet.
Never give up. Paige with another low speed, nice straight shot to the bullseye.
Wow. That's like the third amazing Crystal Fierce shot we've seen today. Ella, long look for birdie here to move to 9 down and take the solo lead.
I'd love that she just sends this in the wind.
Me too. Gonna come up short, but she's in a tie for first. Not bad.
I had a hard time sending this, but I wanted the birdie, so I did, and it was very half-hearted.
Whoops. 3 down isn't bad out here, though.
Yeah, I felt pretty good about it. Missy's not ready, though. She wants more birdies, and what a great finish. There was only 6 birdies on hole 18 today, only 9 people to circle 1 in regulation, and 16 to circle 2. So many holes out here where a ton of people birdied. We love to see it.
Yeah, usually it's like, oh yeah, 3 people got this one, maybe 5. But
it's funny because in the last 2 or 3 years, Swenson has never been that type of course for FPO. It's one that I think that has been playing kind of hard, but this year it's playing easier than ever.
3 years ago it was like easy, then it got harder.
Yes,
now they're
new
like
design.
finding the groove, I think.
Yep.
And we love the groove.
We sure do. Tomorrow we get to watch Holland Hanley, Kat Merch, Ella Hansen, and Owen Scoggins attack Swenson in round 2 of 3.
Oh, Holland must have birdied the last one and take the solo lead there. All right.
To be in the top 10, looks like you got to be doing at least a 3 down. We got another Hawk who's just out of the top 10, 2 down, Erika Stinchcomb.
Oh, hey.
Annika Steen, she just won in Texas, 2 down. And we'll just continue down the leaderboard. Top 20 is all at even par or better. This is just round 1, though. Tomorrow we got moving day. Round 2, I think the forecast is pretty similar.
Yeah, pretty similar. Pretty dang ideal. Nice California weather. Thanks for hanging out with us. We love you guys.
Yeah, we really do. We'll see you tomorrow at Swenson Park again for the OTB Open, presented by MVP.
And thank you to the Founders Club again.
Thank you.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker.
And we nailed it. We're your 2 Huggies.